What is going on YouTube? Hannah back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video specifically, we're going to be looking at XRP, Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, pretty much the whole market, as one. We're also going to be looking at the S&P 500 as today pretty much wraps up the last day in a week where the stock market is going to be trading. Otherwise, specifically, we're going to be looking as to whether or not the bottom is in for most cryptocurrencies, if we're going to be heading higher after this, or are we going to continue to drop lower. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel and are interested in learning a little bit more about the key topics discussed earlier, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, smash the like button as this does help support the YouTube algorithm. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at CryptoVOfficial. This way, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can DM me over there. Otherwise, let's jump right into today's video. Alright guys, so you guys are absolutely killing it. 20.6k subs is insane. We're seeing such a blast off right now on our way to 21,000. I am still in the process of figuring out what type of giveaway I want to do for you guys, so it is definitely in the mist. I'm just trying to figure it out. Obviously, if you have any curiosity or any comments in regards to what type of giveaway I should do, definitely leave it in the comments down below. Otherwise, yesterday's video we discussed XRP Ripple. This is why we are falling. We found the basically the bottom, and are we going to be heading lower? Things like that was discussed in yesterday's episode. Massive correction, basically just affirming that we saw the dip and we saw the correction. And now in today's episode, we're going to continue building off of that, discussing where we're headed, if the bottom is 100% locked and loaded, and are we going to be heading lower? So you can see top 10 cryptocurrencies. We're starting to see, a big correction. We're starting to see a big fallback. Yesterday's was very, very, very red, but today we're starting to see a lot of cryptocurrencies slightly higher, more in that consolidation range, as XRP is only up 0.9, Ethereum's up down 0.3, Bitcoin's up down 1.23. Most of these cryptocurrencies aren't doing too well. We do have XRP though that in a 7-day gain is up 80%, and Stellar is still up 12% and 123%. I actually had a lot of people commenting in the comments, as well as on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, asking me to do some technical analysis on Stellar Lumens. If that's something of interest to you guys, definitely make sure to let me know in the comments down below. Now, just to jump right into today's episode, you can see I do have the Bityard chart pulled up right now. I gave this a quick refresh so it would finally update, and you can see there's a few things of key interest here. So obviously, we broke through the 5-day moving average right here. You can clearly see that we did break through this yesterday, and now we're hitting support at the 10-day moving average. You can see right here, and we've pretty much bounced off that and consolidated higher. So I really don't think we're going to be heading lower. I mean, that's kind of where my head's at right now, and let me know if you guys agree. But we've pretty much bounced off this bottom support. We've now entered a no longer overbought market, and we're actually down retesting that bottom support, corrected off, and we're starting to see a little bit of a residual correction. It looks like we're starting to see a bounce off of that resistance and off that support right here, and we're kind of just consolidating out right now, which is great for the market after a massive 100% run, after seeing a massive 40% dip. It's nice to see that we finally have some point to balance off on, which is great. So definitely make sure to check out Bityard. I did link them in the description down below. This is pretty much where I've been doing all my trades. We've been making some incredible profits and some incredible trades the past couple of days that I've been sharing with you guys specifically on my Patreon. So if you're interested in learning how I've made over $10,000, I know this show's 95, but interested in how I made over $10,000, definitely make sure to just watch the videos to the end or check out my Patreon where we do talk about different trades that I've made. Now, just to move on right now and discuss the other markets right now, you can see basically why I've pretty much reassured myself that XRP might have bottomed off. Currently, I know this is a little iffy, but it looks like we might have bottomed off. Starting, moving back just a few days ago, like 3 or 4 days ago, we were extremely overbought, almost 92 on the RSI. We're currently back down towards about 64 on the RSI, much lower, no longer overbought. Yes, we are still a little bit high up, but this might be an indication of a bottom where we might just see some consolidation outwards. You can see not only that, but we did hit a support at 52 cents. And the support does align if I, go back in time where we've used this in the past. You can see right here where it's acted as resistance in the past, where it's acted as support in the past. You can see for the most part that this is a solid line. So with that knowledge, also take a key note. This is a clear double bottom pattern. 1, this was like textbook right there. But otherwise, to move forward right now, you can see that this does act as a massive resistance and we're trading above it. So it's acting as a major support right now. So that's one thing to consider, that this might be the bottom and we might start to see a little bit of consolidation right now. We could literally hang out here, trade for the next week sideways, staying at 54 to maybe 51 cents, no, 54 to 53 cents, and just dramatically lower ourselves back down to about 50 on the relative strength indicator. So it's merely just consolidating right now. There's a slight chance we're probably going to break up from this as the kind of what I call a rebound effect happens. Mainly, it's similar to like if you bounce the basketball really hard. The first bounce is the biggest, then it has a massive come down, of course. The second bounce is not as big, and then it kind of stalls outwards, kind of creating some sort of symmetrical triangle. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see some residual rebound off this and start to see the price climb back up to maybe 58 cents in the near future. But for right now, I'm just going to play it conservative until I see things play out a little bit more. But another few reasons as to why I believe we might have kind of stalled out and hit a bottom is based on another few cryptocurrencies. So I'll talk about Ethereum in a second, but like looking at Litecoin had a beautiful uptrend right here. Not only did it escalate all the way from 70 or de-escalate from 77 all the way down to 49 on the RSI, which is incredible, but we also have a bearish cross on the MACD. These are indications that we're entering a bearish market. We may not be seeing a massive explosion just yet, but we may just see some small consolidation back down to support, sideways trading till we reach this uptrend here, and then we might see the reversal, that bounce that I'm referring to. So honestly, when you look at Litecoin now and you throw Litecoin into the equation of coins to pay attention to, with Litecoin bottoming out right here, hitting bottom support, it kind of shows me some sort of interest that this is probably going to see some consolidation and some reversal, and this may, indicate that the bottom is in. Then you look at Bitcoin, which is broken below its uptrend right here. I mean, yeah, maybe we could figure something out, extend this like this, I don't know, something along the lines like that, just so it makes more sense and is somewhat more relevant to Litecoin right here. Very similar in the past right there, very similar right here. So you can see for the most part right now with the slight tweak on the chart, it kind of shows that we're at the bottom as well. I mean, we could even slightly extend this outwards like this and just leave it like that. You consider that we're probably around that bottom support. Not only did we have a bearish cross right here on the daily charts, but we're also now extremely, low compared to where we were, which was all the way up at, 84 on the RSI, back down to 53. This is a great consolidation, and this might be the end of that. We might just trade sideways. The reversal might be over, and now we might start to build back to the upside, because I don't think it's over just yet. The fact that we just retested $19,000 on Bitcoin, 19,500. I don't think we're out of the woods just yet. I think we're going to be pumping higher in the near future. And then lastly, to wrap up Ethereum, I mean, it's the same point. I could probably extend this like this, and you can kind of see now some sort of resistance, residual resistance at the top here. And then we do have some sort of trend like this as well. So it is some sort of big, I mean, that is it. I don't even need this yellow chart, but you can see kind of what I'm referring to, that there was some sort of big outstanding gap right here, some big upwards channel right here, but ultimately, an outwards funnel. But you can see for the most part now we're using the top as a means of kind of support almost, and this might help us actually, start to trade above here as we slowly tweak our way back up to about, I'd say $600. So it's very interesting, but the markets look like they found some sort of bottom, some sort of support just to hold out on. As you can see, we're just about to start what could be a bearish cross on Ethereum. But for the most part, the coins have pretty much balanced out. They seem like they've bottomed out. They seem like they've balanced out in regards to price. It seems like they're probably waiting to consolidate sideways now. We might have a few days of consolidation, and then after that we'll go into discussing specific key buy-in points and whether or not we're going to be breaking up more. So I do believe this isn't the end. I do believe we're going to see a reversal to the upside soon, but I do believe for right now consolidation is needed, and it's very risky to be buying in at this current price. As for the S&P 500, still hitting resistance right now. Let's see what happens in the near future as this week's candle comes to a close today. Otherwise, things are becoming very interesting for the S&P 500. It really has. Let me see if I can adjust this. Does it make it any brighter? No. So things are becoming very interesting for the S&P 500. It's definitely in a very interesting spot. The double bottom might be affirmed, and if this is confirmed, we might see a big play to the upside after this, which we'll obviously buy into. But just the way we're trading, just in the fact that we're so high up compared to where we've been and where we could be in the past. I mean, you can see, I'm sorry this doesn't load in, but we don't really need that part. You could just see how much higher we are on the chart compared to where we could be. And with that knowledge being said, it's like, why buy into a market that's so overbought? Almost FOMO when we could be buying in much lower. And that's kind of why I'm anticipating a pullback. Otherwise, guys, it's pretty much going to wrap up today's video. If you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.